Hey guys, this is my first video, so I'm really nervous, and I'm going to be doing a deck profile of combo dinosaurs. So we'll just go ahead and get into it. Starting off, we have the boss monster of the main deck, the two ultimate conductor Tyranno. This is really just your boss monster in general. Then we have the rest of the dinosaur engine with 3 Sleeping Oviraptor. He's a 1-card combo into Herald of the Arclight and Borreload Savage Dragon, and the best searcher in the game right now. Then we have 3 Miscellaneousaurus. It's essential to getting your combos going, and it is a pseudo hand trap when you have dinosaurs on board. Then for our other level 4s, we have 1 Giant Rex because he is a extender who can get really big. And we have 1 Tyranno Infinity. I chose this over Pankratops because mid-game, if you're in any kind of grind game situation, if you have a Miscellaneousaurus in the graveyard, you can summon this and probably get him up to 6,000 or 7,000 and get over pretty much anything. Then we have our babies. We have 3 baby Ceratosaurus because it's the best one, and 1 Petite Pteranodon because you want to see a baby in your opening hand. The next up is 2 Animadorned Archosaur. This is, you could play 1. I like 2 because if you draw it, then it's not as dead. This is possibly the best card in the deck. It makes the deck so much better than it was before. Then for the tuners, we have 1 Aolo. You only want 1 because if you draw him, your hand is ruined. Then we have 1 Jet Synchron, 1 Despot 001, and 1 Mecha Phantom Beast O-Lion. This is part of one of your combos. It's a little bit awkward. You don't want to draw it, but if you do, it's not the end of the world. This needs to stay in the deck, unless you have full combo and handle it anyway. And this is just for other option plays. We have the 1 Barrier Statue of Stormwinds. This is your Floodgate, and basically this can be a win condition in itself. If you're playing against Rogue, against meta, it is an inconvenience, and it just forces them to use more resources to get over it. It's only 1,000, so it's not very hard to get over, but in combination with the rest of your board, it is inconvenient. Then we have 3 Ghost Ogre and Snow Rabbit. This is your out to Numerons. It's a good response to Halqifibrax because if you can respond to that with this, Halqifibrax dies, they have a tuner on board, requiring them to either put in more resources to end on a less optimal board, or possibly just shutting them down entirely. I don't have Impermanence because that is an expensive card, so I have 3 Effect Veilers. If you open these 2 together, then regardless of what combo you have, your opponent is playing through at least 4 negates, and that's really hard for any deck. Onto the spells, we have 4 copies of Lost World, because this makes your dinosaurs immune to Effect Veiler, if you're immune to Ash Blossom, and you will get farther in your combos because of this card. We have 3 Fossil Dig to get whatever combo pieces you're missing. If you open no combo pieces and hand traps plus this, you can still end on Borreload and Herald plus this, or plus your hand traps, and this is just absolutely bonkers. We have 2 double evolution pill. You search it with Animadorned and then go into your Ultimate Conductor. We have 3 Called by the Grave because we are a combo deck and we do not like hand traps. Then 2 additional 1-ofs. We have 1-for-1 and Foolish Burial. The 1-for-1, you can use this if it's on its own to get into Jet Synchron to make your Borreload and your Herald play. And this you can send your Miscellaneousaurus. It's basically a 4th copy of Miscellaneousaurus. It's not going to do much of anything else. You could cut this because this is a 41 card deck, but I like it because I like having 4 copies of Miscellaneous. Then for the extra deck, we have, starting with our level 3 Synchro, we have the Martial Metal Marcher to go into our double Heralds, our Borreload Savage Dragon, because you can make this, I tend to make this turn 2 if I have my Tuner Herald left. The second effect of this that people don't usually take advantage of is that whatever you synchro with it becomes a tuner. So you synchro into your Herald and you have a level 4 tuner, and then you normal summon one of your level 4 dinosaurs, and this becomes your Borreload Savage with as much as 4,200 attack. Our last synchro is 1 Trishula. I have never made this. If I had an access code talker, it would be in there in place of this. Next we have our rank 4s. So we have 1 Logia and 1 Dolka. If you can make Dolka at the beginning of your combo and have an extender in hand to be able to finish the board, this is your out to Nibiru. These are arguably equally as good, but this out to Nibiru, and that's just the best thing you can do. You can use it to burn Appaloosa negates. This obviously prevents Appaloosa from hitting the board if you go first, but I prefer the Dolka strictly because it is 2 negates that can be used in the same chain, and that is much more difficult to get over. Then we have 1 Abyss Dweller. This shuts off most of the meta. And 1 Tornado Dragon. This is your way of getting out of being locked under Barrier Statue if it is still alive when your turn comes around. You probably won't need it because you probably can just normal summon a level 4, and that should be enough. It should be oppressive enough to just win. Then we have our links. We have the Link Karibo. This is mostly for enabling Jet Synchron plays with Halqifibrax and into Auroradon, and then ending on Borreload and Herald. We have the Link Cross that goes with the Halqifibrax. People are tired of seeing these. When this gets banned, I don't know what this deck will do because this is, I mean, I'll just play a True King variant, I guess, but yeah. Then we have our Reprodocus, which goes with our Samorg. You turn a token or whatever level 4 you have on the board, or whatever other material you don't need on the board, I guess I should say, into a winged beast. Link it away with the Reprodocus into this, and summon your Barrier Statue in the end phase. And then the last card in the extra deck is one Auroradon, just for facilitating Borreload plays. And then I'll show the side deck. I feel like this is very dependent on what's played in your locals or wherever you're playing, but I like this this side deck. I'm playing 3 copies of Nibiru in the side because it is an out to combo decks, but with Numeron and Sky Striker being a thing, this is less good against those. Then we have Triple Lancia. This is very good in the mirror match against any deck that banishes, which is most of them. But shotgun this in the draw phase or the standby phase in game 2 of against Eldritch, and they will a lot of times just cry. Then we have more going second cards with the Gamma and the Driver. If you win game 1, you're probably going to be made to go second, so I always side these in for game 2, and then if I lose game 2, which it's about 50-50 for me, then I will side them out again for game 3. And then the last 5 cards are 2 Twin Twister and 3 Cosmic Cyclone, because we just straight up lose to Mystic Mine, and back row is not something that we want to play into. That's the end of the deck profile, and I'll probably do this again.